Welcome back to another Sebastian story. I'm here with my sweet boy. Oh, Mr. Puppy, thank you. It's another happy day. We've been working out. We've been making sure Sebastian's paw stays strong. And that's actually our story for today, is giving an update on where he's at in his physical therapy, other treatments that we're doing for him, and just his general, well, he's obviously a pretty happy pappy, but general update on how my little boy's doing. Sebastian's been maintaining his weekly physical therapy for well over a year now, basically since he came home with us. We got him in that. He had an injured paw previously. We don't know what had happened, but we do know that he was an abused animal. He's still, poor guy, I mean, it still comes out, unfortunately. He'll still be afraid of the mail and the newspaper. You know, this big, strong pappy, he still thinks he's going to get smacked with it. So we're still, unfortunately, having to try and encourage him that everything's fine and he is far, far away from an environment like that for the rest of his life. So thankfully, we've got our wonderful Dr. Amy at his physical therapist. She has been hugely helpful, instrumental, all the wonderful adjectives to describe. She's just a great person in general, and she really loves Sebastian. And she's really helped to make sure that he can live as happily as he can with his injury. She had recommended we get him on a joint supplement called Dosequin. And just like for humans, how you've got the chondroitin supplement for our joints, there's also various products like that available for dogs. And Sebastian's been on Dosequin for also as long as he's been doing the physical therapy now, and I'm certain he will be on it for the rest of his life. We have tried going without for a week period, and it's pretty obvious he's hesitant to bear weight on it when he isn't on that supplement. So it very much helps him be much more of a flappy pappy as he is. So gotta always make sure to have that going. And likewise, his physical therapy will probably be going on for the rest of his life, just in an effort to make sure that this poor animal can live with his injury as best as he can, and just get the best out of his life, and let him always be the big running flappy pappy that he is. We do also try and limit his running. He's a big guy, and if he slams on the brakes, he might have a hard time bearing the weight on his injured paw. So outside running is generally limited. I'll let him. He does love to do circles, though. I'll chase him to one side, and then he runs right back, and he loves doing that. But again, that's very limited and very closely monitored. We do try and encourage him to play indoors, and I know that might be a bit shocking for someone his size, but he still thinks he's a little puppy, so he'll bounce off the back of the couch, and we've got one of those love sacks, the brand Love Sack. It's a 6-foot giant pillow is what it is, and so he loves just diving straight into that. We'll throw a frisbee or a rope for him to go chase, and you just watch him. He launches himself into it, and he knows it's just a nice soft landing for him, and yeah, it's just all in an effort to keep him happy and healthy. And when we're not playing with him indoors, we do also make sure to take him for a walk. He loves going for a brief walk around the neighborhood. Try to keep him in the yard as much as possible because it's soft ground. But there is the added benefit of when we walk on the road, he does not like getting his nails cut anymore. We used to be able to do it for him, and then something changed, and he now absolutely despises the experience. So thankfully, simply just walking him down the road does a great job of sanding his nails down for us. So we have not had any issues with his nails getting too long or breaking or anything like that. So little added bonus there, but no, take him for a real short walk. I kind of just go over to the next street and back. The idea is to never let him get to the point that he's fatigued on that paw while walking on a hard surface. So then that way he's not walking awkwardly or potentially injuring himself further. So nice brief walks around the neighborhood, and then otherwise we just keep him in our yard and bouncing around the house on all of his big pillows and soft surfaces, and he loves it. Don't you? Oh, I love you too, Pappy. You're my sweetie boy. As always, thank you so very much for watching. We're having a great time telling these stories, and we'll be back again soon with more. Thanks again.